Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get y'all all right up in there. Let me get y'all right up in the chat real quick. Let me make sure the chat lined up. That's right. We've been on time every single morning. We start at 8:10 and your girl done got here right on time. That's right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand Rising, Rich Rising, Happy New Day. This is our last live of this week. Man. We are tapping in right now. No live on tomorrow. You guys know I will be headed out tonight. I'm actually going to be headed out. I'm going to go ahead and make my way up to Charlotte so that I can be ready for my flight. My flight leaves at 6 in the morning, like 6 a.m. in the morning. So I got to get up out of here really, really early. So with that being said, no live on tomorrow. Double tap on the screen. So we got to get into it on today, right? We got to get into it on today. Y'all double tapping on that screen, man. Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Happy New Day to each and every one of you guys. Vita Brooks, thank you so much. Takesha, appreciate you, Takesha. I appreciate that love, man. Y'all got it going on already over there on Facebook. Man, patience is key. What's going on with you, Latoya Lane? How you doing this morning? Thank you so much for the love coming through. How y'all doing this morning, man? Double tap on my screen. Y'all never mind my hair, okay? Listen, let me tell y'all something. Thank you so much, Benny Sips. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how it is when you about to travel and you got your hair done. You know what you got to do, right? You got to tie that hair up. Thank you, Benny Simpson. Thank you, Danielle. You got to tie that hair up so you can make sure that you preserving it, right? So it can be ready for the trip. So I had to go in there and tie that thing down so I can make sure that when I get to St. Lucia, you know what I'm saying, I'm representing right. I can't be out there in St. Lucia and you know what I'm saying, like, look, so I had to tie us up. And yeah, we went and got it done yesterday. So we got a nice little pin-up action going on. Right, so we got a nice little pin-up action going on. I promise y'all, I'll post a picture later on so I can show y'all what it looked like. But yeah, we had to go ahead and get this thing pinned up so that we can have it ready for St. Lucia, because your girl gonna be in St. Lucia this weekend. So yeah, we got a little, I almost look like I got a little crown action going on, huh? Got a little crown action going on. Good morning, how y'all doing, man? Double tapping on that screen for me. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day, and we all have that power to make it that way. Look at Jada laughing. Listen, I'm just saying, what's up, Lily? How you doing this morning? Y'all double tap on that screen. IG, y'all go ahead and catch up, man. We need to get 10 badges on IG over here on Facebook. Not Facebook, but TikTok. TikTok, we are at 2.3. We at 2.3. Go ahead and double tap on that screen. If you were just simply happy to be here this morning. If you happy to be here, thank you so much, Denise Rose. I appreciate you, sweetheart. If you were just happy to be here on this morning, right? If you happy to, what's up? How you doing, sweetie? How you doing? She like, what's up? What's up with you? You know what I'm saying? Is it Linda? Arlinda 23, what's up? Why are you making faces this morning? It's a good day to have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Krista, appreciate you so much for this CA. I appreciate you, love. Let's get our badges so we can reach our 10 badge goal on IG. Double tapping on that screen. Let's get the 10K over there on TikTok. Thank you, Gail Loves Life. Thank you, Gigi McGross. I appreciate y'all. Man, listen, I don't know which one of y'all did it. I don't know which one of y'all did it, but look what your coach got. Look what your coach got. Now, yesterday, it's all good, mama. Listen, yesterday, y'all seen me for all week long. All week long, y'all seen me in here struggling, trying to wipe my face with that piece of paper towel. And I was wearing them paper towels out. Do you hear me? I was wearing them paper towels out. I even went yesterday and got me some more paper towels. The way I was wearing them paper towels out, paper towel falling apart, breaking up. Because when I get out here, I be so hyped up when I'm talking to y'all, be pouring with sweat. Listen, Kira, I just said this yesterday, right? So we come back, me, Mahogany, and Noms, we come back to the house, and as we pulling up to the house, man, I see a package on the door. I'm thinking that it's something for Mahogany. She thinking it's something for her. You know what I'm saying? Of course, because she don't want to be ordering stuff. I get up and she said, nah, that's for you. I open it up, and look what's in there. Before I even said I needed it, they had already been having it on the way. Do you see that? And then this one got like the cross, got the heartbeat sign, got the heart over there. And then it's a couple of more. I got about 4 more. And all of them have different things. I don't know who sent it. But thank y'all. That was Crystal. It was Crystal. Man, thank you so much, sis. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? I didn't know who though. I honestly did not know who. And I said, this is either Crystal Love, Rashida, Benny Simpson. Who else did I say? I said, this is either Benny, Crystal, or Ra. I felt like I said somebody. I felt like I said somebody else, but I knew it was one of y'all. I knew it had to be somebody out of the chosen family, and I knew it had to be somebody in that group, right? I know it had to be somebody up in there inside that group. Man, I already thank you so much, sis. This was, and I'm talking about this is amazing too. Like I needed that. I really, really needed that. Yeah, I didn't know who did it. I didn't know who did it, but I knew it had to be one of y'all. Yes, appreciate you so much, man. Y'all double tap on my screen for me. Double tap on that screen. What's up, Christina? How you doing? What's up, Sheila Davis? How you doing, man? Yeah, keep that, man. Listen, they keep me right. They keep me right. They show them right over here. Can't have me up here speaking and I got pieces of paper towel all over the place, all over the place over here. I got pieces of paper towel sticking to me all over the place. That your energy is 100. Thank you so much, man. That's the God in me. That's the God in me. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it, man. So we gonna get back into, listen, hey, we gonna get, I'm telling you, baby, pieces of paper towel everywhere. Stephanie, is it Carberry? Stephanie Carberry, appreciate you so much, love. Thank you. Mwah. Appreciate you. What's up, Tifa? What's going on over there? I love y'all, man. Listen, all week long, we've been talking about what? We've been talking about that spiritual awakening. And Coach been telling y'all, I need for you guys to make sure that you guys are spiritually focused, right? Making sure that you're spiritually focused. I want to make sure that you're all the way locked in, that you're all the way knowledgeable, right? Of everything that is going on as you're transitioning, coming from Christ conscious into experiencing that transformation. Wanda Schools, thank you so much for that CA, sweetheart. Understand me. So I wanted to be a smooth transition. I don't want you to be startled by things that's happening in your life, changes that's happening in your life, right? Because of the work that you're putting in. And what I was telling you yesterday is that you guys are working way too hard on yourselves to think that you're going to remain the same. You're working way too hard on yourselves to think that you're going to continue to speak the same, to continue to show up in life the same, to continue to want to be around the same type of environment, the same groups of people. And I want you guys to understand that it's okay for you to outgrow those situations, to outgrow those people, to outgrow those environments. And you can do it without any guilt or shame. You don't have to feel bad or embarrassed or like you're disloyal because you have outgrown anything. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, you don't have to feel bad for outgrowing anything. And I know you're like, well, man, you know what I'm saying? We done heard that a long time. You know what I mean? I ain't doing all this work to remain the same. We hear it all the time. That is a saying that's been a saying for a lot of years. But the truth of the matter is you'll be amazed how many people are still, thank you, Susu, how many people are still affected by that every single day. How many people are still, we say that every day, been hearing it every single day. Oh, I'm not doing all this work on myself to remain the same. And then you have so many people right now still feeling bad for changing, still feeling bad because they've outgrown certain people, still feeling bad. Understand me? Because things that they used to do and places they used to go, they are no longer feeling comfortable in those spots and they still feel bad. And they're actually walking around with a heart that is filled, overflowing with guilt and regret because they can no longer sit comfortable in these spaces. So we're having this teaching so that I can touch the hearts of those people and they can understand that, hey, look, the moment that you walk out of there, friends say, so true. I'm telling you, think about it. We have these type of environments so that people can know that it's okay to walk out. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to detach. And not only that, when you're in these type of environments, you find out what? You're not the only one. You find out that the enemy's trying to trick you into thinking that you are by yourself and you the outcast and you the black sheep and everybody else is cool with it. The only person that got a problem with it is just you, and you should just do this and the third. And then when you get into these type of environments, you find out, wait a minute, I'm not the only one that's feeling that way. I'm not the only one that's outgrowing certain things. You find out that you're not the only one. Not only do you find out that you're not the only one, you also find your tribe. Come on. You also what? You also find your tribe. If you stay amongst the people that you've always been amongst, right? Then you're there out of routine. You there out of habit. You out of routine. You there out of habit. This is what you've been doing, so that's all that you know. And you only hang out with the people that you know, the people that look like you, the people that talk like you, the people that think like you, and y'all all think the same way. Y'all all do the same thing. Y'all all dress the same type of way. It's just y'all. There's no growth. There's no development. There's no nothing. It's just generation on generation on generation of what? The sameness. I don't know if sameness is a word, but I'm just going to put, it's going to be my word. It's the sameness. It's the sameness. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing switched up. Ain't nothing elevated. It's the same old thing. And it's been the same thing year on top of year on top of year on top of year. You don't start growing and expanding until you start stepping out of what you've already always done into something that's brand new. You are searching for newness. I want some newness. I'm trying to get away from the sameness and getting into some newness. I want to experience something new. Understand? I want to be learning something new. I want to have something new coming into my life. And this is what we need to be doing on a regular basis. Learning and growing and doing finding new ways to do things. That's it, right? So what we talked about yesterday is being that egg, right? Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Being that egg, we talked about that egg yesterday, right? And we said it was layers to that egg, right? We said that you sit in the middle of that egg, but on the outside of you, it's going to be that what? That membrane. We talked about the membrane. And we said on outside of the membrane, it's going to actually be the shell, right? So you have you in the middle of the egg, outside of you that's covering you, that extra layer, of protection that's around you is going to be the membrane. And outside of the membrane is what? It's the shell. You, membrane, shell. You, membrane, shell, right? And we understood. Then we was like, you know what? When I started talking about it, it's a thin. Y'all see how thin it was? Whenever you crack the air, it's real thin. It's real thin. But if we're going to be honest, it got a little oomph to it. It's real thin, but you got to pull. Sometimes you have to pull that thing a little bit, right? The shell is on the outside, right? And then the membrane, the part that lines the shell, and then it's you in the inside. That membrane, that thin lining that's in the inside of that is what, that right there, that's what makes it difficult for things to get in. But it also makes it difficult for things to get out. I need you to make sure you have that inside your note. That ain't just because it's thin and it look like nothing. Oh yeah. Looks can be what? Deceiving. It's a lot tougher than what we give it credit for. Because when you cracking open that egg, the shell itself will crack, but the membrane will still be intact. Understand me? Some of the membrane be so tough that you actually have to, when you peeling it off, you have to actually get a little piece of it to pop it. You know what I'm saying? To get that egg on up out of there. On some of them, when you're boiling that egg, right? So yes, we talked about that boiled egg, and I told you guys to see yourselves as that boiled egg. And the harder and more firmer that egg become, the more solid, right? Come on. Denise Garvin, thank you so much for the CA, sweetheart. The more solid, right? That's what I want you to write. The more solid that egg become, the more space that egg, that it starts to take up inside of. It starts to take up in there, right? And so the more solid that it becomes, the more that it pushes up on the membrane, and the membrane pushes up against the shell. So as it's becoming more solid inside of that pan, right? It's becoming more solid inside of that pan. That's so much so that the outer shell of it is then started to crack, right? Because it's pushing up. It's pushing up, so it's about to crack it open. And the thing about it is, so when I was explaining it yesterday, I was talking about how it was happening, right? I was talking about how it was happening. I said that you are inside of the egg, and while you in the egg, thank you so much, Lynn, you are inside the egg, and while you're becoming, you know what I'm saying, taking up more space inside of there because you're growing and you're evolving and you're pushing up against the membrane is pushing up against the shell, and it is cracking open, and you got to pop out. But what I also did not say yesterday was what? It was a reason of all of that, right? It was hot. The water, you were in the pot, and that water was hot. It was something that was cooking you, right? It was something that's cooking you. It's something that's taking place. It was something taking place causing this, right? The same way it is with the oysters when we taught big pearl energy. Isn't it amazing that everything comes from some type of turmoil? It comes from some type of, look at friends say, yes. Remember big pearl energy? We talked about how pearls were actually made, right? You know what I'm saying? We talked about that. So when we see ourselves as an egg, because this is what we all, or as a seed, we all start out as this small thing that have to go through some hard stuff in order for us to actually reach that level that we're supposed to reach. That egg has to boil for a while. Those the shells that down in the ocean, they have to be tossed to and from for a while. Us as human beings, we have to grow, we have to evolve, we have to experience some things for a while. A lot of us, if we're going to be honest, we're going to tell you right straight up, baby, I feel like I've already experienced hell. Understand me? I don't feel like there's a second hell for me. I feel like the hell that I've gone through, I've already gone through I already gone through my hell. I'm just talking, if you ain't went through your hell, then I get it. But what I'm saying is a lot of us, pretty say yes. Hello. You listen, we could run the stories and we can go story for story, but a lot of us that are here right now this morning will be honest and say, hey, look, listen, I'm telling you, life got to be better than what I've already experienced. Understand me? I'm out here coaching. I'm out here in the deep. Hear me? I'm out here and I'm in the deep with you because, baby, I done been through it. Do you hear me? I done been through it. You name it, I have experienced it. And if it wasn't me, it was somebody that was attached to me, somebody that I knew, that I loved. Understand me? So I was getting the surrogate hurt, the surrogate abuse from it. I have been out there, can write a book about it. I've already experienced it. So it ain't bothering me now bit for me to step over here and be willing to try something different, try something new, because something got to be better than what I've already experienced over there. Understand me? And that's why, for me, that's the reason why I get up every single day. That's the reason why I do what I do every single day. Is because I believe in my heart of heart that there's got to be something better than what I've already experienced. I've already been through hell. I've already taken so many losses. I've already experienced under unlimited amount of pain. I've already been through these things. So now in my mind, when I wake up, I'm like, hey, look, I've already dealt with that. I've given that the best that I got. Do you hear me? In every single trial, in every tribulation, in every hard time, dark hour, do you hear me? I have went in it with my head up and my chest out. I have trusted and I have believed and I have pushed myself forward. I have woke up and did not think that I was going to wake up. Understand me? And some days went to sleep and prayed that I didn't, but I still. So what is it that you want from me? And that's just me being real with you. Some of us, it's been that hard. It's been that real, baby. Your friends say, man, for some of us, it's been that hard. It's been that real. Like, listen, I'm just tired. I'm over it. I done did all I can do. Yeah, you ain't experienced life until you done threw them hands up. When you done threw them hands up and you done got to that place in your life where you like, look, I don't even care no more. Do you hear me? I don't even care no more. Do whatever it is, hey, it is what it is. When you get to that point right there, the thing about it is, you heard what I said, right? When you get to that point, you're like, I don't even care no more. I don't even care no more. It is what it is. That's it, right? You thinking, and everybody around you, when they hear what you say, and they're like, oh my God, they just giving up. Oh my God, they throwing in the towel. Oh my God, this, and this. What if I told you that when you get to those places in your life where you just had enough and you throw your hands up, that's when God actually steps in your life. Hello. Yeah, this is why I told you to step back, step away, and just let it fall apart. This is why, some people didn't understand it when I said that. When I say step back and just let it fall apart, step back and let the pieces just hit the ground, it's because in those moments, when you step back, step away, and you throw up your hands, that's your way of acknowledging right then and there, I've done all that I can do. I've given it the best that I got. Everything that I could do mentally, anything that I could do in my own strength and my own might, I have already done. Understand me? I've already done. Ain't none of that working. So the only way that this is going to be, the only way that this is going to work, and the only way that this is going to happen, the only way that I'm going to be able to come out of whatever it is that I'm dealing with right now, it's going to have to be be God. Understand me? It's going to have to be you, because I already know that there's no way that I can do it. So this is why I tell you guys that when you feel like you are at your weakest level of life and that you've given it all that you got and you're right there and you're like, I just want to throw my hands up. Throw your hands up. Surrender it. Understand me? Throw your hands up and surrender it. Give all your cares, all your troubles, all your heartache, all your pain, all your doubt, all your worry, anything that you're carrying, all you have to do is surrender it to the Most High. He said, hey, look, cast all your cares upon me. That's all. Yeah, there you go, Lily. There you go. Cast it upon me right there in that moment, right? So yeah, I know what you was thinking. You might have woke up this morning, your heart was heavy. You like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, and I'm at this place in my life. Oh yeah, I'm glad that you are sick and tired, but I want to change your perception this morning. I want to switch it from being defeated to being victorious, right? I want to switch it from being defeated to being victorious. While you were down there and you were already mad and you ready to do this and that, I want you to switch it real quick. You did not stumble up onto this page by accident. It's not by coincidence that you ended up over here with us today. Your heart might be heavy. You might have been already at your breaking point. And what I'm saying to you today is I want you to switch that negative over to a positive. And instead of you saying, I feel defeated and I'm going to give up and I'm just going to walk away and I'm going to throw in the towel because nothing goes the way that I want it to go and everybody is against me and I'm out here by myself and I just don't have the support. I just don't have the investment. I just don't have the friends. I just don't have the love. I just don't have what everybody else got. Everybody else got it and I don't got it. Understand me and what I'm saying to you today. When you got God, you got more than enough. Understand me. When you get to your lowest level in life, sweetheart, if you still got activities of your limbs, if you still clothed in your right mind, if you still got breath in your body, look up. Understand me. Look up, because if you have those things and you look up, then you can also get up. Understand me. If you have all of those things and you can look up, then you can also get up. I need for you to know all you have to do is surrender it. Right there, surrender it. Understand me. And at that moment when you're surrendering it, surrender it with everything that is in you. Now understand me. Hear me with your heart. Surrender with everything that is in you. Lord, I don't know how in the world this is going to happen. I don't know what's going to come out of this. I don't know how this is going to be this and that or whatever. So when I step out, I want you to know that I'm solely stepping out on faith. That's it. That's all. I don't know what to do because everything that I have done, I done and it still failed. I went and I said and I tried my best and it still went down. So if this happened, this is only happening because of you. If this door opened, this door is only opening because of you. If there's a way made out of this, that way made is only going to be because of you. And that's exactly what he wants from you. He wants you to surrender it. He wants you to see. Yes, he wants you to see that it's not you that's doing it, that it's all him, that everything that we do is spiritual. Everything that we do is spiritual. And the more that you try to do what you're doing nothing but wearing your body out. You're doing nothing but dragging yourself, draining yourself, destroying yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. Understand me. You have come to where you can get to. Your limits is already there. As far as your limits physical is already there. You have to let go and let God. And I mean that in every sense of the word. So if you're dealing with that because you're dealing with a loved one that is sick in the body, understand me, sweetheart, you have to that's a God problem. When you're dealing with somebody that's going through the tough time in their life and listen, that's a God problem. That's above me. I can support you, but baby, that's above me. It's something that's going to happen in this life and it's going to be above you. And you have to learn how to acknowledge, right? You have to learn how to acknowledge when things are above you. What I can do, I will do for you. Understand me. But when I hit that thing where I see that I've gone all as far as I can go, baby, I will look you directly in your face and I will not hesitate. Do you hear me? I will not stutter to tell you, baby, that is above me. That right there, that is above me. Understand me. And we have to learn how to look ourselves in the face, look ourselves directly in the mirror. In the mirror, when you know that you've done your very best, sweetheart, hear me with your heart. Hear me with your heart, not with your mind. Don't try to process what I'm saying with your mind. Hear me when I say this. Because I'm speaking to your heart. When you've done the very best that you can do, when you have went all outside of your way, when you know that you have been real, that you have been true, you have been honest, you have been solid, when you know that you've done everything that you can do, surrender it. Look yourself directly in the mirror. And if you have to do this every single day until you fully get headed, then do it every single day. Make this a normal day practice. What? Baby, that's above me. You know what? That is above me. I can't help that people feel how they feel. I can't help that people think how they think. I can't help that people do what it is that they do. That's above me. The moment that you say that right there is above me, thank you, Cook. When you say that's above me, what you saying? I surrender that to God. Hello, somebody. What you say? Oh, baby, you're not battling against me. You battling against him. And yeah, and it don't matter. And that's why I say in every single thing that you do, even with that job, I come in here and I do the best job that I can do. If y'all still got a problem, if y'all still nitpicking, if y'all still trying to go outside y'all way to try to come up against me, what you don't know is I've already surrendered that. Understand me. He is my vindicator. He is my protector. I've already given that right there up. You're not even going up against me. Baby, that's above me. You're going to have to deal with the one that's above me. Understand me. And you do that and you apply that to every single area of your life. And when you learn how to apply that to every single area of your life, then you will start to see God operate in every single area of your life. You will start to see things change in every single area of your life. That's right. Surrender it to you. Surrender your mama. I got mama issues, coach. You don't understand that I'm helping this lady and she done got old in age and she just mean and sorely. And every time I turn around, surrender it to God. I got daddy issues, surrender it to God. I got relationships, surrender it to God. The more that you surrender everything that you do and how you move to God is the moment that you start making God the head of your whole entire life. Yup. Your children do. What you say, coach? That's the moment that you actually start surrendering and making God the head of your whole entire life. The reason why we are strong in certain areas of our life and weak in certain areas of our life, get your ink pen out. Get your ink pen out because this is word for note. This right here, this right here is word for note. Get your ink pen out. Get your ink pen out. Y'all double tap on my screen. Double tap on my screen while they get their ink pens. You should have showed up with your ink pen and your notebook. The reason why you are strong in some areas of your life and still struggling in other areas of your life is because you friends say, I got mine, coach. Yeah, you ain't play. That's right. But it's because you see God in these areas and you won't surrender these areas. See, it's certain things in your life that you've already surrendered to God. So you see him when it comes down to these particular things. But these things over here, you ain't ready to give him these things just yet. You still holding on to these things. So over here, you got these part of your life. If your health go bad, you will seek God. Oh yeah, you'll seek God. Oh, I need you to come and heal my body, right? If you get in some trouble, oh, if you could just get me out of this trouble that I done got myself into one more time, right? You have surrendered certain things, but other things you're holding on to, right? This is what you're doing. So what are you telling me, coach? Some of you guys, the problem is you're picking and choosing what it is that you're surrendering to him, right? You're picking and choosing what it is that you're surrendering to him. If you want to experience a full-on awakening, a full-on shift in your life, you have to be willing to surrender it all. You can't just be picking and choosing what it is that you want to surrender. You have to be willing to give it all. Friends say, ouch, I know. Hey, but listen, I promise you, I'm telling it to you in love. I'm telling it to you in love. I need for you to understand that a lot, so come on, a lot of times we surrender this part, but we hold on to this part. And you will never reach, hear me when I say this, you will never reach your full potential until you surrender it all. You will not reach your fullest potential until you surrender it all. And I want to say this to you. You ain't cheating nobody but yourself. If you think for 1 second that you holding on to that, and just because you don't speak about it, just because don't nobody know about it but you, if you think for 1 second that, hey, that you're getting over on somebody, that you're finessing somebody, that you're bamboozling somebody, baby, this is a self-love journey. This is a self-healing journey. This is a self-growth journey. The God is only going to ask you about yourself. How far you go and how much you grow is all going to be left up to you. you. Understand me. Your work and the things that you do in this earth, it's not going to get me into heaven. My works are going to do that. Understand me. My works is what's going to create the best life for me. My works, my decisions, the way that I live my life is going to be what's going to change the direction in which my life flows. I can't give that to you no more than you can give that to me. You can say what you want to say to me, right? You can give me all the game that you want to give me, but it's up to me whether or not I receive what it is that you're saying. If I take heed to what it is that you're saying, I have to take what you're saying to me, take them and apply what you're saying to me to my life in order for it to take root and influence the change in my life. Understand me? So this is how this thing works. You're not getting over on nobody. You're not finessing nobody. You're not tricking nobody. The only person that's going to suffer from that is going to be you. The only person that's going to be hurt, bitter, or bothered by that is going to be you. If you feel like I'm only going to do 75, I can do 75 and God ain't going to mind the other 25 that I'm holding on to over there. You don't know. I'm giving 75 and I got 25 over here. I'm giving 75, but you're giving 75, but the problem is you're giving 75, but you're expecting a 100% return. Understand me. How you give 75 and then think that you're going to get a 100% return on that? That's not how this works. And then when you don't get your 100% return on that 75 that you put in, now you got an attitude. Now you're walking around with your face balled up. Now you walking around and you questioning everything. But the truth of the matter is you're not growing, you're not evolving, and you're not living the life that you could be living, not because of anybody else, but because of you. And a lot of time the 25 that you really holding on is the 25 that you should have gave up before you gave up the 75, because the 25 is the thing that's really doing all the damage in your life. That 25 is really the big old weight that you're holding on to in your life. It's that thing that you desire the most. Understand me. You gave me what you didn't mind. Okay, coach, you're doing too much and it's too early. Oh, can I do that? Because it's Friday. This is technically my Friday. I want to do that because technically all I needed was one person to say keep going. The thing about it is it didn't bother you to give me that 75 because that 75 ain't something that you wanted anyway. Understand me? Oh, she's already told me to bother it. She said, go ahead and bother it. I want you to understand. So you want me to be happy about you giving me something that you didn't even want anyway. Understand me? You gave me what you did not want. You didn't give me what you saw as valuable. You didn't give me that thing that you're clutching over there, that you're guarding over there. You gave me what it was that you did not want anyway, right? And you want me to look at it and say, oh yeah, you gave the 75. No, I really wanted that 25. I wanted that thing that you make sure that you sleep with, you put it up under your pillow when you go to sleep, because even in your unconscious state, you want to make sure that you're protecting it. I want that thing that you try to go over there and you throw it inside of a safe. You go to Walmart, you buy you a big old safe for that thing because that thing is that valuable, that important to you, that thing that you're willing to go from zero all the way up under the prison about. Understand me? So you thinking that because you gave me all the things that you don't want, you gave me your rubbish, your trash, and you expecting for me to come and give you my treasures. This ain't a fair trade. This ain't a fair trade. Understand me. Go to some of you can tell some folk ain't never been to the pawn shop. You must ain't never visited a pawn shop before. They would look at that thing that you done bought up in there, pull out that little magnifying glass, go to scoping that thing, looking at no. I know you might have thought this thing was valuable, but the only thing that's valuable about this thing here is the meaning behind it. Understand, the person that gave it to you must have had a whole lot of love attached to it, because there's no money value. You gotta stop that. Hold up. Yeah, hey, come back. I'm sorry. All right, listen, all I'm saying is, if you ever went to a pawn shop and you could have took a piece and you could have been crying your whole way there because that piece meant so much to you. It was so valuable to you. You took that piece up in there, and the person that gave it to you, it had so much love and so much memory and everything to you. And then I'm talking about the most heartbreakingest thing ever in life is to go stand up there, and when you stand up there and they look at you and they say, yes, understand me, I know that morally it means everything to you. Love-wise, it means everything to you. It holds a very special place in your heart, and I get that. But materialistically, dollar amount, this right here is worthless. It's worthless. And you looking like, wait a minute, what? Wait a minute, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I say, listen, I'm tired of getting your leftovers. Every time, you throwing your rubbish up here. Your trinkets, that's right, Cook. You throwing your trinkets, you throwing your rubbish up here, right? Yeah. But then all the good stuff you holding over there. Understand, you trying, now I need that right there from you. If you want me to bless you, I need the same way you want the best of me, I want the best of you. Hear me? The same way you want the best of me, my best results, the same way you want my abundance, the same way you want my overflow, the same way you want me to show up and show out in your life, the same way that you want all of my good stuff, I need yours as well. Understand me? I need yours as well. He said, this right here, this is an unfair trade. This trade ain't looking right over here. Understand me? This trade ain't looking right. I even told you I'll take you broken. I'll take you broken. I'll take you damaged. I'll take you down bad. And even when you show up broken and down bad, you still only want to give me a piece of you. Oh, you doing too much. Hold up. Wait a minute. Even when you show up over here and your heart is in a million different pieces, when you show up over here and you got trust issues, you got abandonment issues, you got generational curses issues, you got generational pain issues, you got strongholds, you got all these things going on over here in your life. And I said, come over here and I will accept you just as you are. I said, you ain't got to dress it up. You ain't got to water it down. You ain't got to do nothing but be your true, authentic self. And you still come to me and hide. It's an unfair trade. Hey, come here. Don't go nowhere. Come on back over here. Come on, get this work. Come on, get this work this morning. Yeah. Are you not tired of hiding? Yeah. He says, like, I ain't even asked you to dress it up. I ain't said that you had to be perfect. Understand me? Or what this world looked at as perfect. I didn't say you had to have it all the way together. I didn't say that you had to have your life all mapped out. I told you to come to me just like how you are. That's what I said. Are you not tired of hiding? Are you not tired of pretending? Understand me? You wouldn't be so tired if you stopped putting on the show. Yeah, are you not tired of putting on your show? You've been doing your song and dance for way too long. Understand me? You've been throwing on your mask and you've been shucking and jiving all across the stage of life, and you've done it for so long that, understand me, your uniform is starting to fall apart, sis. We're starting to see through it, bro. Understand me, it's not giving what it used to give. I need for you to know this. Are you not tired of performing? Are you not tired of pretending? This is where we at with this thing. If you really want to experience a real awakening, if you really want to experience a real intimate relationship with God, if you really want to be real and you really want to grow and evolve in life, you have to be willing to let go of the performance. Drama class has ended. This is real world. Hey, how you doing? Be kind. Yeah, are you ready? I know you tired because, see, it's draining when you have to perform every day. Performing every day, ask any other actors. They get tired, Tifa. When they have to perform, they get tired. They start to need those mental days. They need some time to rest. Then they got to go find them a vacation spot because they've been filming for days on days, and they've been pretending to be something that they are not for days on days, and they have pretended to be this Heather Smith. They have been pretending to be this person that they are not because they was playing the role, but they've been playing it in such deep detail that they start to take on the characteristics, come on, Christina, of the role that they was playing. So they have to take a break from filming and take some time to themselves so that they can regain their own consciousness, right? So they can regain their own consciousness. Did any of y'all watch Color Purple? Because I did. And then not only did I watch the show, I listened to the interviews that they was doing behind the scene, and nothing took me like how Fantasia would explain that I had to step back and step away from the role. I had to take a break from the role. And there was once upon a time, she said, I wasn't sure if I wanted to put myself back into that environment because of everything that came with that role. Understand me? I did not know if I really wanted to experience that. It was an emotional play, an emotional show. It was an emotional thing, not because of who was making it, but because of the content of it. Because because of the content of it. You know how real that is for some little girls? Yeah. You know how real that is for some little girls? It's so real that we've been brought up in our day and time that you couldn't even sit on your daddy's lap. That's how real that is for some little girls. Do you understand me? When you're not even safe in your own family. Do you hear me? Understand me? It was so real that I'm not sure if I want to play that role. I'm not sure, because you have to be careful with the things that you allow inside of your spirit. Understand me? And when you get to going over there and you get to playing certain things and indulging in certain things for so long, it ain't but so long. My grandma Mag used to say, God bless the unalive. Understand? Grandma Mag used to tell me all the time. She said, baby, understand me. If you stay around the fire long enough, you will get burnt. I did not understand that at first. Thank you so much, Candace Bash. I did not understand that until I got older, right? She would say it and she would say it. And whenever she would say it, it would definitely make me step back a couple of steps. Because what you mean by that? Ain't nobody out here got no fire going. We ain't doing no bonfire, Grandma. Why you always want to say something like that? Where that come from? Where that even come from? But she'll say, yeah, stay around the fire long enough, then eventually you will get burnt. Understand me? And what she was trying to explain to me, even at that little age, is if you stay around those type of people long enough, then you will become those type of people. Yeah, come on, that's the breakdown. Yeah. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people right now that say, that ain't me, that's them. Them my homegirls, them my friends, but how they live, that's how they live. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got nothing to do. They might act like that, but I don't act like that. Understand me? Why are you so comfortable with them? If you don't act like how they act, if you don't carry on how they carry on, their spirit will be at conflict with yours. When you are growing and evolving in life, understand me, you can't sit around know anything and know anybody. And when they live in a way that is not in alignment with your higher self, that aggravates you. That discusses you. When they over there and you like, man, nah, you a liar, you a cheat, you a manipulator. You think it's funny to get over on people. You think it's funny to deceive people. You think that it's funny. You think that it's cute to ruin folk. Understand me? When you live in that type of life and you over there and you like, nah, I believe in living in love, leading in love. I can't hang around nothing or nobody that's not in alignment with my higher self. And I don't go out here judging folk. I don't bash folk. I don't ridicule folk. I just stay away from folk that I know that it's not a belief. When I know that not even, you don't even have to be not necessarily a believer, but when I know that your thoughts and your ways are not in alignment with my thoughts and my ways, I stay out your way. I will talk to you all day long. Hey, how you doing? At that job. But that's as far as it'll go. Yeah. Understand me. Yeah, you need something from me and I got it. I will give it to you and that'll be as far as it go. We won't be swinging our feet up under my kitchen table. You won't be coming across my threshold. You would not be calling my cellular device. Understand me. Because what you cool with, baby, I'm not cool with. Understand me. What you cool with, I'm not cool with. What you think is funny, what you think is cute, I don't think that's funny, nor do I think that it's cute. I evaluate every single thing that is around me. Understand me. I'm protective, overly protective about every single thing that is around me. Why? Because when the enemy cannot get at you, he does what? He uses your circle. That's why I watch the folk that's around me. You're going to teach today, and I see that. Understand me. I'm having a conversation with self. Y'all just hold on a second. This is my Friday. Hey, look, you're going to do a whole lot today, and I need for you to relax because you got to teach when you get to St. Lucia. So you need to chill out. Okay. All right. So let me say, hey, sit down real quick. I need for you to understand this. Yeah, you have to understand this fully with everything that I'm saying in you. You have to stop making excuses for the people that you are surrounded by. You have to watch even the folks that you're surrounded by, because when the enemy cannot get at you, when he cannot attack you, then what he will do is he will utilize the people that are surrounding you, the people that you know, the people that you love, the people that you trust. If he can't attack you, then he will attack them, and by attacking them, it will distract you. This is the reason why your circle matters. Hey, okay. Oh, yeah. Birds of a feather flock together. Understand me? Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. No, they don't, because I don't act like them. That is not me. Then why are you cool with them? Why are you calm with them? Why are you sitting up in that circle like that? You're a little too big. You're a little too relaxed. You're a little too relaxed inside that environment for you not to be cool with that environment. Understand me? You have to, what God said? God said, hey, let me tell you something. There's a distinction. There's going to be a distinction. There's going to be a difference in between my people and your people. You will be able to tell my folks from from your folks. Understand me, my folks and your folks won't even, they might look alike as far as human form, but the way the glow that's on mine, oh yeah, it's going to be undeniable. The conversations that come from mine, it's going to be undeniable. Under the aura, the energy, the vibration that comes up off of my folk, oh baby, it's going to be undeniable. They might look like they're saying because they're in the flesh, understand me, but what's in them, when what's in them come out of them, you're going to know that those right there, those are my folk. Those are the chosen ones. Understand me, the peculiar people, the children of the Most High. That's what you're going to know right then and there. And you won't be able to sit comfortable in certain environments the more that you grow and the more that you evolve. But what you keep in the front part of your mind is, I can't afford to sit with no any and everybody, and I can't afford to let no any and everybody be connected to me. Why? Because I'm knowledgeable on how the enemy operates. And if he can't get to me, he will definitely use you. Yeah. This is why you can't just sit with no anybody. This is why you can't just do no anything. This is why you become overly protective about who you are and what you are. Everybody in my chat on all three platforms, just put overly. Please write it in big letters, big bold letters, overly. Just put overly. I just want y'all to put overly, because we're going to be, as you're entering into your spiritual awakening, there's going to be a whole lot of overly that's going to be happening in your life. And I don't want you to be shocked by it. I don't want you to be surprised by it. I don't want you to be, oh my God, I did not see this coming. Overly. Just drop overly in there. Just put overly in there. Overly what? Overly protective of myself. Baby, I'm overly protective over myself. As I'm continuing to grow and evolve in Christ, I'm seeing now where I can't just let any and everybody have access to me, right? Now, I'm overly protective about who I am, right? I'm overly protective about who I am. I just can't let no any and everybody have that type of access to me anymore, because I know now that everybody don't mean me good. I know that there's some folk, even though I love you, you don't love me back. Understand me? I'm going to become that. Overly. I'm overly. You prayed already. I'm overly praying. There's some things in my life that I'm going to be overly doing. I'm praying. Why? Because I realize now the power of having what? More positive deposits inside of my life. I'm overly fasting. Even though I fasted last month, I'm going to fast for the next 6 months as well. Why? Because there's a thing that I need from God. Understand me? And I know that in order for me to be able to get that thing that I want, I have to be meeting him halfway. I have to be making a sacrifice. I have to be showing up like I've never shown up before. Overly, the more that you enter into your spiritual awakening, the more that overly becomes a part of your day to day. Overly. The way that you feel things. Remember, we talked about intuition. You feel everything. The more that you become a person that is super sensitive. You start to feel some of everything. And it's like, it's at a level when you starting to feel it. You feel it on a level. You're like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I knew that you were going through this. I knew you was going through that, but I didn't know that it was on this level, right? Understand me? Your senses, they heighten. As you're traveling through your spiritual awakening, your senses, they start to heighten, right? Your senses start to heighten. It says your senses often heighten during your spiritual awakening as you become more in tune into the present moment, right? Overly. You start to feel things on a level that you've never felt them before. The highlight is going to be your senses are heightened. This is why everybody can't have access to you. This is why you can't sit with everybody. This is why you can't sit with everybody. All of a sudden, you used to be cool in that environment, but now you gotta go. You gotta move. I'm not comfortable here. Understand me? This ain't sitting well with my spirit. And the truth of the matter is what? I am not gonna feel bad from walking away or disconnecting myself from anything that don't sit well with my spirit. And I'm not gonna break it down and make sure that nobody understand it either. Do you hear me? Facebook is your turn. Baby, I'm not feeling bad for walking away from or detaching myself from anything that don't sit well with me. If it don't sit well with me and my spirit, then I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to walk away from it, and I'm not explaining it to nobody either. IG, are y'all ready? Double tap on the screen. Let me get 5 badges over here real quick. I need for you to understand that anything that does not sit well with my spirit, I will detach myself. I will cut you smooth off. Understand me? I will walk away from you mid-conversation once I acknowledge that the vibration vibration is not right, when I see that you cannot pick up what it is that I put down, I will get up out your face and up out your way, and I will do it expeditiously. And what I'm not going to do is try to break it down to make 1 and 1 equal 2 with nobody, not about to try to make it make sense to nobody. I don't have to explain me not dealing with noun person to nobody over here walking God's green earth. No mere mortal I owe an explanation for me doing what is best for me. That's it. That's all. Now I need for you to know that. Put that in your memory bank. That right there is a download for some folk. You need to download that into the memory bank so that you can know that off top. Thank you so much, Candace Bash, baby. Yeah, for real, I need for you to. I won't be breaking it down. Won't be making 1 and 1 equal 2 for you. Won't be going outside my way trying to explain it to you. That's a mental download. Make sure that's in the front part of your mind. So the moment that you get over there thinking that you're about to explain your life to somebody who ain't living your life, then you correct yourself right then and there. Yo, baby, we do that way too much. We do that way too much. Ambassador Tiara, baby, we do that way too much. It's like, I'm like, wait a minute. Thank you so much, Heather Smith. I appreciate that, CA, baby. Yeah, we do that way too much, be kind. We be over there trying to make them understand our life like they got to live it. Thank you, Shay Shay. You ain't living my life. They might be good to you, but they trash to me. Understand me. They might be the best thing that ever happened to you. But when they was over here, they was causing hell in my life. And I don't care how much y'all skin and grin together. I don't care what type of friend goals or couples goals or family goals y'all create together. When you was over here, understand me, you was Lucifer. Hello, that's it. You was running around like a wild imp over here. I am not about to play with nobody. Understand me. I don't care how good they was to you. Different people bring out different versions of folk. And over here, understand, my spirit was tearing that spirit up. That spirit was over here, had my spirit in a riot. I couldn't do it. That's it. That's all. I don't have to. I'm not going through all of that with folk. Drink my water. Yeah, because y'all be acting, no. Sis, if you get them to act right, then great. Power to you. Hey, what you want me to do? You want me to give you a cookie? I'm trying to, if you got them and you happy with them, why are you worried about what I was doing? Why am I even discussed? Never understood that. Why I'm in your conversation? You know what I'm saying? Why I'm being brought up? You know, yeah, if y'all living y'all best life, why? You know what I'm saying? Why you even studying me? Why you studying me? That what the old folk would say, why you studying me? If y'all happy, joy, and y'all living y'all best life, why y'all studying anybody or anything outside of that? That never sat well with me, right? That right, it never sat well with me. And that's how you be knowing that folk don't be as happy as they pretend to be, right? That's how you be knowing that they don't be as happy as they pretend to be. Because folk that be genuinely be happy, right? They be over there minding their own business. They don't even know what you got going on in your life. But now we're going to get back over here, right? It says your senses, they start to heighten. Now you start to feel things on a different level. And it says your senses start to heighten. That's your bold print. And then right up under that it says senses will often become heightened during your spiritual awakening as you become more in tune with the present moment. This includes sensitivity to physical, emotional, and energetic stimulation. Oh yeah, you start to feel it all. You start to feel it all. Yeah, it ain't gonna be, so for those of you who feel like, Coach, I just starting to feel so uncomfortable when I sit around certain people as I'm growing, and I've never been a person that's been overstimulated before, but now I be starting to feel a little bit overstimulated. I get around certain people and then I ain't never had social anxiety, but now I'm starting to feel like it be something that be, that's not anxiety at all, baby. That's just your spirit of discernment saying that this is not the environment for you. That's it. Understand me. That's it. That's all that is. Because people who really don't deal with a bunch of people, and I've experienced this. I had a retreat back in March, and I had several people that was inside of the retreat that are really people that like to be by themselves, that really be kicking it by themselves. They don't have a bunch of friends. They don't hang out with a bunch of folk. It really just be them in their houses and they books, and they sign on for prayer call, and they sign on for Thursday night class, and that's about all the meeting and greeting that they actually do, right? That's it. That's all. But they were inside of a cabin with a group of folk. And while they were there, they were interacting with everybody. They were smiling. They were laughing. They were painting. Understand me? They were participating in all the activities. And as we're going around in a circle, one of the things that they all said that they felt, I felt safe. I felt welcome. I felt family. Your spirit is always going to let you know when you feel out of place. Your spirit is always going to let you know when your spirit is not welcome, when your spirit feel like I don't belong right here, or I'm being judged, or I'm an outcast. Your spirit going to always let you know right then and there. And I know these people because these are all my people. these are all my people that was right there, right? So I know them well enough to know them, and I know their personalities. And to see them smiling and sitting comfortably. Some of them, you know how some people are very spacious people, so they don't even like you up on them like that. But to be sitting next to each other, leg touching, arm touching, I pay attention to all of this as a coach. You watch your people. You watch their mannerisms. Some folk, yeah, and they comfortable and they're relaxed and they feel family, cooking together, cleaning together, sharing rooms together. This is how you know when your spirit feels safe, when your spirit feels secure, when you feel love, when you feel welcome, when you feel family. And anything that's outside of that is something that's not for me. That right there, that's just not for me. And if that's for you, that's for you. But I'm talking about for me. Everything that's for somebody else will not be for you. And your spirit is always going to let you know that. And when your spirit alerts you to say that this is an unsafe environment, hear me when I say this. Some of y'all might need to write that down. When your spirit alerts you and lets you know that this is an unsafe environment for you, when your spirit alerts you and say, hey, look, I feel uncomfortable. Hey, I need to take a break. One of the best things that you can do for yourself is honor what it is that you feel. When you feel uncomfortable, when you feel away, is acknowledging what it is that you feel. Why do I feel this? Understand me. Is this everybody else, or is this my trauma, right? Is this everybody else, or is this my trauma? Or is this an enemy trying to push me back into a place of being by myself to make me feel like I'm not welcome? These are questions that you ask yourself. Well, what happened in that moment? This is how you evaluate yourself, right? This is how you evaluate yourself. What happened in that moment? If you're around people and it happened right then and there, and you're looking at the people that surround you and you saying, well, wait a minute, ain't nobody said nothing to me. Ain't nobody did nothing to me. Haven't nothing happened. Then you say, hey, look, self, nah, what we not finna do, we not finna be going over here, sitting over here, acting all, you know what I mean, all weird, yeah, because sometimes you are the energy. Sometimes you're the bad vibration, but you don't know that if you haven't started checking yourself. You don't know that if you haven't started evaluating yourself. You haven't noticed that or picked up on that if you haven't really put in focus on yourself. Because sometimes it won't always be other people. Sometimes it will be you. And if you haven't spent the time that you needed to really check on you and find out the things about you so that you can correct you, you won't be able to successfully identify what's happening around you. And this is why, right, this is why 7 to 14 days, coach tell you, that is something that you guys supposed to have started doing in 2023. Every 7 to 14 days, you're supposed to be evaluating yourself, checking yourself, looking for the weak areas and the deficits within yourself. Because if you know your weak areas or your deficits, areas of where you need to do some work at, and you're actively working on it, then you are already one step ahead of the enemy, because that's exactly what the enemy uses to distract you. That's exactly what the enemy uses to lead you astray, right? That's exactly what the enemy uses to deceive you. Your weak areas, the evil desires of your heart, the things that you tuck away, the things that you compartmentalize, the things that you're holding on to, those are the things that he actually attack you with. So that's why I say when you give God 75 and you hold a 25, you don't realize the damage that you're doing to yourself, because it's that 25 that you're holding on to. It's going to be what you are providing the enemy access to you through. He's going to use that 25 that you're holding on, and he's going to turn you every which way but loose with that 25. The enemy only needs a small crack. He only needs a small crevice. Understand me. The enemy is one of those. You know how the enemy operates? You know how they say all a mouse or a snake got to do is get the head in. And once they get the head in, they'll get the rest of the body in. It's like almost like the body go flat and slide all the way in. This is why you have to make sure that there's no cracks in the foundation. There's no cracks along the walls or the window sills. It can't be no cracks or nothing, because these things are designed, they are created, to be very, they can get right in. They can, once that head goes in, then the rest of that body, it goes flat and slide right on in. Go ahead, go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. Blew my mind when I seen it too. I want you to go look it up. That's all the enemy needs to get in. So you're holding on to that 25, thinking that, all you holding on to that 25, and that 25 gonna turn you every which way but loose. This is why when you surrender, you have to surrender it all. This is why when you give it up, you have to give it all up right there. Understand me. Anything that you're holding on to, anything that you're dragging along, and you thinking that, that right there, that very thing, that's your innermost desires. And we are led astray by our innermost desires, things that we desire within our secrets, in the secrets of your heart. Understand what you say, Coach? Not just in your heart, but in the secret compartments of your heart. Those things that you hide in the secret areas of your heart is what the enemy will use to deceive you, is what the enemy will use to lead you astray. You will be taken away by those inner secrets. This is why every 7 or 14 days, you are evaluating yourself. You are working on yourself. You're cleaning up yourself, because any residue, anything left behind is where he come lurking, trying to find a way, coming over there, trying to find a way to penetrate your peace, looking for a way to destroy your joy, looking for a way to ruin your mental health, looking for a way to destroy every good thing that you built in your life. He's always looking. He said he goes to and he goes fro, looking to find who he can devour. In his words, who he can sift like wheat. This is why it's so important for you to stay in alignment, for you to stay on course, for you to stay alert at all times, for you to always make sure that you're locked in. Because when you're on top of things and you're focusing on your life, understand me, you make it very hard for him. I don't know about y'all, but the season that I'm in right now, I want him to have to go to heaven. Understand me, that I want him to have to go to heaven. God gonna have to recommend me the same way he recommended Job. I want God to have that much trust in me. And a lot of people won't say that. I want him to have that much trust in me, to know, to trust and believe, she's 100% in. Have you tried poet? Have you tiptoed around there? Yeah, I've been down there. And I want the enemy to have to give God the same report on me that he gave to Job. I went down there and I tried. But you know what? I took everything that she had, the ones that she loved the most. She done sat there. She done watched the casket close on one. Understand me? She done had to go and do a cremation on the other. Understand me? The same ones that used and abused her as she was coming up. She's now taking care of those. The same ones that broke her heart in a million different pieces. It's the same ones that she's showing an unlimited amount of love to right now. In the same spaces and places where she was casted out, that she was judged, that she was ridiculed. It's the same places that she go to now. And she ministers in those places. She show love in those places. The same ones that said that she could not make it is the same ones that she go back to and that she love. I'm telling you, I've done everything that I could do, and she won't give up. I've done everything that I could, and she keeps showing up. I'm setting my, hey, it's a fact. Ask anybody around me, baby. I'm going to show up and I'm going to lead in love. It comes every single time, and I do it on purpose. I'm going to love you on purpose. I'm going to give it to you on purpose. And if I got it, you can have it. And I don't even worry about ever getting it back. Understand me, God is going to always be my payback. What he's going to do for me, how he's going to open doors for me, what he's going to provide for me is bigger and better than anything these mere mortals could ever do. Understand me? I tell people all the time, please don't ever think that you got over on me. Don't ever think that you finessed me or anything like that. Anything that I gave out of love. Understand me? And the payback, the return on that is priceless. Do you hear me? It's priceless. This is how I live. And when I say gave, I don't be talking about materialistic. I'm talking about when I gave love. When I show up in peace. I'm talking about the conversations, the words of encouragement, the words of motivation, the words of inspiration. Do you know now, being able to wake up every single day? Hear me when I say this. Waking up every single day, and you got folk that have always been a germaphobe. I ain't going outside and I ain't putting and with no shoes on. People be spitting on the ground and animals all out there. Now all of a sudden you wake up and you got people tagging you in pictures where they walking around with no shoes on. They got their feet on the ground. You walking around, understand me, got videos coming up. They outside looking at the trees. They sitting by the river. Understand me. This is what I'm talking about. Every single day being, yeah, okay. What you did, I've been working. I've been working. I'm talking about when you get to a place in life where you surrender everything that is you. When you say, use me as you see fit, and you really and truly mean it. When everything around you is just simply falling in line. Understand me. Everything around you is simply falling in line. You mean everything around you is falling in line. Everything is moving according to plan, and you see it with your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? When you see the fruit, when you see the manifestation of your labor right there in front of your face. Do you know how motivating that is? Do you know how fulfilling that is? Do you know how much payback that is? When you wake up, you have a dream, and you see yourself outside with a group of folk, hundreds of folk just sitting outside, crisscross applesauce in the sun, and everybody got their head bowed, and the sun is kissing them, and y'all in prayer in worship. And then the next day or two, you go online and you see folk walking around outside and they tagging you. You see people sitting by the river praying and they tagging you. Understand me? Do you what? Okay. Let's get to heightened sentences. Yeah, since you, I'm telling you, God be so good. I'm just telling you that when you're talking about real transformation, when you're talking about real intimate relationship with God, God will show you exactly what it is that He wants you to be doing in life. He will show you exactly what it is that you need to be doing in life, and there will be no questioning it. It will be undeniable. Understand me, when you start operating in purpose, the fulfilling feeling that you feel from that is immaculate. You cannot put that right there into words. Sometimes people will ask you, well, what are you fueled by? What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated? What makes you wake up every single day and jump on social media and give these passionate speeches? What makes you get up every single day and get on devotion every single morning? Like you legit get up and you go over there and you do this every single morning. What makes you do that? When you start to see the manifestation of Christ, when you start to see Him utilizing your whole entire life, everything about you start to grow, start to flourish, and not just in your life, but in the lives of other people. When you see people who was going through pure D hell in their life, who was hung up in trauma, years of trauma, all of a sudden laying out comfortably in the grass and saying, I'm free. I am free. I am floating. I am enjoying life, the simple things in life, getting back to myself. I'm just saying, that right there. That's what motivates you. That's what inspires you. That's what takes you to another. You can't put a price tag on that. You can't, you can't, how do you price tag that? How do you price tag that? You know what I'm saying? How do you can't. You can't. That's what it's like being in alignment with Christ. That's what it's like being a co-creator. That's what it's like. Being a tool that's being used by God. That's what it's like when you're operating in purpose. That's what it's like. Double tap on my screen. Double tap. Yeah. If you catching it, double tap on the screen. Oh man, I like that, Lily. In partnership with the Most High. When you are in partnership, when you accept the fact I'm a co-creator. I'm a co-creator. Understand me? That's saying that I know that I'm not the person that created, but I'm connected to the person that is created. I'm the person, I'm the automobile that he's using to get from point A to point B. I'm making the things that he say he wants done in heaven to happen on earth. I'm the person that he's using to get that job done. I'm in partnership with the Most High. That's all that he's asking us to do. He says, hey, all I want to do is use your body. That's it. That's all. I want to use your body. And yeah, all I want you to do is the same thing that I sent Jesus down there to do. Everything but go to the cross. Understand? I'm going to let you do everything but go to the cross. He went to the cross so that you never have to. So I've already eliminated that whole entire part. You ain't got to worry about that. Understand me? I've already gave the sacrifice. I've already nailed all of that to the cross. All I need for you guys to do is become master casters. That's it. That's all. Is to follow the trail that Jesus made, to follow the steps that Jesus made. I need for you to be Hansel and Gretel. That's all I need you to do is be Hansel and Gretel and pick up the stones along the way. Follow the path. He gave it to you. What are the stones? That's the word. The word, I left bread seeds all the way across. I left breadcrumbs of this word all the way across. All you got to do is follow those breadcrumbs. Understand me? I don't know where I got Hansel and Gretel. How did you put that in there like that? Come on now. Hold on. Yeah, but yeah. Get it? Breadcrumbs. The word is the bread of life. You know. Because what? Yo. But all you, hey, don't ask me. Don't ask me. I got that just when y'all got it. I got it when y'all got it. I was just as shocked as y'all was. Hold on. I'm just as shocked as y'all is when you said, you know, Hansel and Gretel. I ain't thought about Hansel and Gretel in years, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. But it goes. There you go right there. We have the blueprint. Everything that we need to grow, to evolve, to align ourselves is right there. We can do everything except for go to the cross. Go to the cross. He says, I've already handled the hard part. You ain't even got to experience that right there. All you got to do is follow my lead. All you got to do is pick up the crumbs. They'll pick up the crumbs that I left behind. That's it. That's all. And then Jesus go ahead on and he does what? Jesus go on and he says, hey, look, I've already conquered this world. He let us know right then by you following my steps, by you picking up the breadcrumbs that I left behind for you, then guess what? I'm going to lead you all the way to a victorious life. I'm going to lead you all the way to a successful life. I'm going to lead you all the way to the win. I'm going to lead you all the way to overflow. I'm going to lead you all the way to abundance. I'm going to lead you all the way to breakthrough. I'm going to lead you all the way. Understand me, all the way. I am going to give you every single thing that you need, but you have to keep your eyes on me. You got to stay focused on me. That's all I'm asking you to do. That's our job. That's our job. It's to stay focused in this thing. It's like, that's all I got. That's all I ask you to do. On your spiritual awakening, everything about you is going to start to heighten. The strength, everything is going to get different for you. Your senses is going to heighten. It says senses often become heightened during your spiritual awakening as you become more in tune with the present moment, right? Then the present moment, that means you're what? You're not overthinking the future, right? And you're not dwelling on the past. Your spiritual awakening, during the spiritual awakening, your senses is going to heighten. And when your senses start to heighten, it's heightening because of what? You become more in tune with the present moment. The enemy wants you overthinking, or he wants you dwelling in the past. God wants you to focus on the right now. Hello, somebody. If we all learned how to focus on the right now, let's just think about how much stress we would relieve, how much anxiety we would relieve, how much pain that we would actually relieve if we was to focus on the right now, letting go of the past and not overthinking the future and only focusing on the right now is a part of your spiritual awakening. And we know that. We just thought that's what the therapist had said. I be trying to tell y'all that it all really be the same thing. The therapist, and the coaches all be saying the same thing. All be saying the same thing. Your senses heighten is the bold print. And it says, senses will often heighten during your spiritual awakening as you become more in tune with the present moment. A lot of y'all step back and y'all say, oh man, yeah, that's your problem. That's your struggle. That's your struggle, coach. That's me right there. If it's ouch, just say ouch. Write ouch in the chat. That's me, coach. I be overthinking it. I be overthinking it. I be overanalyzing it. I be trying to see if I'm going, how this going to work. I be trying to make it make sense in my mind. I be overthinking it, man. Listen, and I'm telling you right now, if you're saying ouch to that, and you know that you are an overthinker and that you've been overthinking, I want you to write that inside of your notes, right? And the reason why I want you to write that in your notes is because that's something that I want you to put your focus on, right? So that you can self-parent. So anytime that you catch yourself overthinking from this moment forward, you will correct yourself right then and there. The moment that you start drifting down 3, 4, 5, 6 months on down the line, that you can pull yourself back. Hey, look, we worried about this moment right now. What we gonna be doing right now, right? So you can pull yourself back. But if you don't write the notes down, when you're catching yourself, if you're not identifying what it is yourself in these things, I see a lot of ouches. That's right. So write that in your notes. From this point forward, you have to be cautious, right? You have to start self-correcting yourself. The moment that you start to feel yourself overthinking, overanalyzing it, you have to start correct. Bring it back. And the more that you correct yourself, the better and better that you're going to get at this, okay? I want you to know that the more that you self-parent, right, you have to understand that even though we are adults, we are babes when it comes down to the spiritual journey, because a lot of us are just now getting started. A lot of us are just now coming into this journey. So the same way you correct your toddler is going to be the same way that you're going to be correcting your own behavior on this journey. You're going to have to pop your hand sometimes. You're going to have to correct yourself. You're going to have to sit yourself in the corner with that mirror and have that conversation with you. Hey, self, come here for a minute. You did that thing again, that weird thing. You did that thing again, and I need for you to correct that. Now, tomorrow, understand me, we're not doing it again. When we say that this is the boundary, when we say that this is the standard, when we say that this is what we're going to be doing, this is really what we're going to be doing, and we're not about to play with it. And you correct yourself and correct yourself and correct yourself until you get it right. Nobody is saying that you're going to get it right the first day or even the first week. You know what I mean? It may take you 2 weeks. It may take you a whole month. But what we're saying is try. Every single day you owe it to yourself to try. Every single day you owe it to yourself to try. You may not get it all right the first day. Understand it. You might not get it all right the first day, but you owe it to yourself to try every day. Put that in red ink. Every day you owe it to yourself to try. Every day you owe it to yourself to try. You might not always get it right every day, every week, or even every month, but you owe it to yourself every single day to try. And I'm gonna go a step further when I say this right here. And you ain't, And when you have to start over, when you have to reset, don't you feel bad for it neither. Don't you feel bad for starting over. Don't you feel bad for resetting. Don't feel bad for having to say, oh, I got to do that over. So what? Who's keeping count? God ain't. God is not keeping count. He says, when I throw it into the sea of forgetfulness, your forgiveness is done. Don't nobody there. I don't even worry about that anymore. I'm not talking about that anymore. I'm not throwing it up in your face anymore. Understand me. The only one that's worried about what you've done in your past is you. I've already let that go. And what I want you to do, what I'm going to train you to do, and ain't even what I want you to do, what I'm about to train you to do is how not to overthink the future and not to even dwell on the past. Do you hear what I'm saying? Yes, if you done it in the past, you done it in the past. That's the past. That's over with now. You ain't got to worry about that no more. You ain't got to have, and anybody that want to continue to talk about it, baby, you know what? You about one conversation about away from not talking to me ever again. If the next conversation that we have, you're bringing up my past and you're bringing up the person that I used to be, that is going to be the last time that you have a conversation with me. I'm not interested in constantly hearing about my past. I'm not interested in constantly having to go down that dark road about what I used to do, what I used to say, and how I used to be. And if you continuously throw that up in my face, then you're showing me that the only person that you're concerned about is the person of my past. And that right there is letting me know that you're not a part of my present life. You're not a part of my future life. That's all you're doing right there. That's a telltale sign that you got to go. I'm telling you, I can see a lot of breakups happening. Oh, yeah, you got to go. Yeah, you got to go too. Take them with you. Y'all go ahead and pack together. Y'all can put some of y'all stuff in the same suitcase. Get to shooing you like flies. Showing you like flies, baby. I'm trying to tell you. No. If I'm more friend, I'm talking about for real. What is it? A beautiful ashes? I'm just saying. If you telling me that God's desire for my life is for me to focus on the present time, right? If you're telling me that God's desire for my life is for me to live in the present, right? It says the senses will often become heightened during your spiritual awakening as we become more in tune with the present moment. So if me becoming more in tune with the present moment is a part of my spiritual awakening, right? And that, let me put this together now. If that means that I'm in my spiritual awakening, and that anything that's going against my higher self, anything that's pulling me out of alignment with my higher self, thank you, Michelle, anything that's going against what God is teaching and making me aware of, then that's going against what God is teaching. And I am to cast down, I am to shut out anything that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. So if God is making me knowledgeable about something, and you are going against the knowledge that you got to go. That's scripture. That's what the scripture said. Oh, you got to go. you got to go. You got to go. Understand me. I can't have you dragging me into my past. And I'm not going to be over here overthinking my future. I got to live in this moment. Understand me. I have to live right now in this moment. Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn Corky, I appreciate that, CA. It says, as we become more in tune with the present moment, this includes sensitivity to physical and emotional and energetic stimulation. We start to feel a little bit of everything. And an increase in sensitivity is a common sign of spiritual transformation. An increase in sensitivity is a common sign of transformation. As you're going through your spiritual transformation, it is normal for you to become a person that is shedding tears, a person that is very sensitive, that all of a sudden you can just simply be reading scripture, just reading scripture alone, and you find yourself in a worship. You can just be driving your car, understand me, and all of a sudden you listening to your same worship songs, and before you know it, you at the red light, you got your arms in the air, tears rolling down the sides of your face. You could be standing in your bathroom brushing your teeth, and you got your morning meditation music, just the sounds of just the sounds bowls going while you brushing your teeth, and all of a sudden you got that warm feeling all over your body, and tears are rolling down your face. It's no words, it's just sounds. Understand me. You can be sitting in the bathtub just soaking, just decompressing, and all of a sudden the tears are flowing. You could be laying in your bed and all of a sudden just relaxing, just meditating, just right there, and all of a sudden the tears start creeping down the sides of your cheeks right there. It is normal. You are not depressed. You're not stressed out. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're just experiencing transformation. Lydia says, Coach, you in my house. Hey, babes. Kenyatta Brown, thank you, sweetheart, for the CA. Come on. You're just experiencing transformation. See, you thought you were depressed. You thought you were stressed out because you were experiencing the isolation and the aloneness, and you was experiencing feeling detached from everybody, and now you started crying. See, all of those things are things that if you were to go to scientifically, they would say those are signs of depression. But if you look at it spiritually and you look at all the work that you've been putting in behind the scenes, how you've been fasting and praying and studying and surrounding yourself with like-minded people that's all doing the same thing, now it makes so much sense to you. You're like, wait a minute. So this is how the enemy is able to deceive you, because the things are identical. Understand me. They look alike, but the backing of each thing is completely different. The backing of each one of those things is different. When you are depressed, you go into isolation. When you are depressed, you feel alone. When you are depressed, feel out of place with everybody. When you are depressed, you tend to sit by yourself and you just be crying. When you are going through a spiritual transformation, you start to feel isolated. You start to feel that feeling of aloneness. You start to feel like you don't fit in. You start to feel like your life is upside down. You start to feel and see the tears and you're always crying. You see what I'm saying? What's the difference? This right here is when, over here is when, this right here, the backing of this is the adversary. The backing of this is Christ. He said, I'm taking you through a transformation. What's fueling you though? Who's pumping your fuel? Who's pumping your fuel? They look the same, but they're very much different. They look the same, but they're very much different. So when you're going through your spiritual transformation and God is working on you, it's easy for the enemy to trick you into thinking that what you're experiencing is depression, right? And then you start saying, oh, I'm battling depression, but depression ain't gonna get the best of me. Baby, you ain't even in depression. So stop speaking that over your life. Understand me? Stop speaking that over your life. Stop saying that about yourself. You're not even depressed. You're not even going through depression. What you're going through is a spiritual transformation. The reason why God is separating you from everybody and going through that isolation stage is because he's exposing you to the true nature of everybody that surrounds you. The reason why you're going through a period of your life where you start to feel that aloneness is because of your growth and your development, and you're outgrowing the environments that you used to be in. So now when you sit in those environments, you feel what? You feel out of place, right? And now that you start to feel out of place, why do you feel out of place? Because you feel like things that I used to know and I used to love, I used to be over there, and now I'm uninterested. Now I'm unattached. Now I don't feel no desire to do that. So now you start to feel like your life is turned upside down. Like, oh my God, what's happening in my life? You're experiencing a transformation. And now you're going through this emotional state where you're feeling every single thing and the tears are crying. And like, now you're sitting in the office and you say, oh my God, I'm crying for no reason. It's like my life is turned upside down. And the therapist is saying, oh my God, you're depressed and let me give you a prescription so I can get you to do this and do that. And I'm over here telling you like, no, it's just transformation. It's normal. No meds, just prayer. No meds, just prayer, just fasting, just continuing to read, to study, to dissect your books, to dissect that scripture. That's it. That's all. That's all you need. It's normal. It's normal. When you start working on yourself and your development, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you that there's a difference, right? All I'm saying is there's a difference. Don't get sensitive on me, okay? What I'm saying is a lot of times you confuse. It's not even that you confuse, you allow the enemy to deceive you into thinking that your transformation is depression. And it's not. Your transformation and depression is not the same thing. When God is going to work in your life, he's going to pull you away from everything and everybody. When you start to become extremely sensitive about things that's happening in your life, that's because you're becoming more in tune with this life. You're seeing things different. Your feelings about things is completely different. Understand me. That's what's happening in your life right now. And when you start speaking depression over your life, then you start accepting that depression into your life, then your body starts responding to the thing that you just said. You said it was depression, you accepted it was depression, and now you've allowed depression to take root inside of your life. When it was never depression, it was transformation. It was time for you to grow. It was time for you to evolve. It was time for you to separate yourself from those things. It was time for you to separate yourself from those environments. But it was the direction that you decided to take. It's like, hey, look, hey, go both of them, because God is going to always do what? He's always going to present you with both of them. Adam and Eve in the garden, they had the good stuff that they could eat and the bad stuff that they wasn't supposed to eat. You're going to always have both of them. You're going to have depression, and you're going to have depression, and you're going to have transformation, and you're going to always have you standing there in the middle. You're going to always have depression, and you're going to always have transformation, and you're going to always have you standing in the middle, and you get to decide which route you're going to take, this route or that route. It's always going to be based on your DRC, your divine right of choice. Which path are you going to take? When you start to feel that feeling of being alone, feeling like your life is turned upside down, feeling like you're extremely sensitive, are you going to take heed to the depression and go get on medication and start claiming all these negative things on your life? Or are you going to say, you know what, God, I don't know what it is that you're doing in my life right now. I don't know what it is that you're doing in my life right now, but right now you're making me uncomfortable with all the people that I know and love. Now you're pulling me over here into isolation. Now I'm over here and I feel like I've outgrown every single person that's around me. I know that you're speaking to me. I know there's something that you're trying to communicate to me. I need you to let me know, how is it that you want me to move? But both things are always going to be present. You have to make a decision. as to which one of those things you're going to follow. And I knew it was tricky when I decided to put depression and transformation together. I knew that was going to be deep. But I wasn't sure about how many people actually identified the fact that the things that were attached to depression and the things that was attached to transformation were identical. And I just wanted to show you guys how deep this thing really and truly is. And if we're not careful, how easy we fall into these traps. Right? I know some people now, it's like, wait a minute. Yes, sometimes we walk right into that thing based on what they said. Are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? And you're like, yes, 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 yes. Okay, well, I want you to do this, this, and this now. And now here you are, saying about yourself, I've been battling depression for 20 years. I've been battling depression for 10 years. I've been battling, you know what I'm saying, this and that for 5, 6 years. And you've been in that same stuck, stagnant state. No growth, no development. Thank you so much, Krista. No growth and no development. Why? Because you've been so medicated that all you do is go to sleep. So there's no real work being put in. There's no, oh God, come on, wait. There's no real work being put in. There's no real growth that's happening inside of your life. Understand me. There's nothing happening in your life because all you've been doing is taking it and going right to sleep. And that's the reason why you've been on it for all these years. That's the reason why you've been in that same condition for all these years. Baby, this thing, you can't grow if you sleep. You can't grow, you sleep. You dancing around it. All right. Some of y'all like, wait a minute. Ooh, Dev, you ain't talking. You talking about my life so much right now. Double tap on my screen. Can I get 5 badges on IG? Double tap on my screen. Yeah. If you overstood it, just put overstood in the chat. Yeah, if you overstood it, yeah, some of y'all, it might have missed y'all, but some of y'all purple flower saying, ooh, we. If you overstood it, just put overstood in the chat. Overstood. Yeah, wake up. It's time to wake up. I see you, Shay Shay. There you go, Mom. Yeah, overstood, baby. Overstood that. Yeah, come on. Double tap on that screen, baby. Yeah, get to work. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up and it's time to operate with that sober mind. God needs you sober. He needs you alert. He needs you attentive. This is where he needs you sober and your sober mind. He needs you alert. He needs you attentive. Understand me. You're not as far gone as you think that you really and truly are. Understand me. Tap into your life. Overstood. Understand me. Yeah, wake up. It's time to get up. It's time to get up. Because you're sleeping away years of your life. You're sleeping away years of your life doing the same exact thing. And the reason why you're sleeping away years of your life and doing the same exact thing, right, is because you've accepted the lies that have been told to you. You've accepted that, and now you're feeding into that. And whatever it is that the mind tells the body is what the body is going to respond to. Scientifically proven. Whatever it is that the mind tells the body is what the body is going to respond to. So if you're telling yourself that this is what you are and this is what's happening to you, then your body is going to respond to that particular thing every single time. Understand me. This is why. Thank you so much, Crystal, for the CA. Appreciate you. That's just the same thing with some women, right? Scientifically proven. When they think that they are pregnant and they keep saying that they're pregnant, then their body will start to display, understand me, a body of a person that is pregnant. Their stomach will actually start to grow and become hard. Chest will become very tender. Understand me. It will be things about that individual body that would actually start to look like they're actually pregnant when they're not. They'll be eating. I'm talking about people that's really mentally sick. They have convinced themselves of something that it's not. Your body is always going to respond to whatever that's how powerful your mind is. Why do you think it's the devil's playground? That's how powerful your mind is. You better pay attention. You have no control over your mind if it's medicated, if it's sleep. if it's under the influences of anything. Get mad at me all you want to. It's time for you to be in a sober mind. It's time to be clear in your thinking. Yes, feel how you want to feel about it. It's the truth. I'm not gonna play around with y'all over here. I ain't got time. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. An increase in sensitivity is a common sign of spiritual transformation. You may become more in tune to the energies around you, including the emotions and the vibes of others, right? An increase in sensitivity is a common sign of spiritual transformation. You may become more in tune to the energies around you, including the emotions and vibes of others. You start to pick up on the emotions and the vibes of others, and they don't even have to say nothing to you. Hello, somebody, what you say? As part of your spiritual transformation is that, you will become more in tune with the energies around you, the things that you feel around you, including the emotions and the vibes of others. And we know this to be true, don't we, Lily? Don't we know? I be trying to turn this story loose, but I can't turn this story loose for nothing in the world, right? I try to turn it loose and I try to go head on to something, but we know this story to be true, right? We know this note to be extremely true, because when they were in there and the friends had did all of that work to take their homeboy up on the ceiling, to remove the tiles, to drop the man down in front of Jesus, in front of everybody, the Pharisees was on the front row. And when the Pharisees was right there on the front row, this was not a conversation that they was having out loud, right? This wasn't a conversation that they was having out loud. This was not whispers that they was having to each other. This was not murmuring that was happening in that moment. These was conversations that they was having within themselves, which meant Jesus had to, he had the ability to feel the energies that was around him. He understood and heard things that had not even been said with words. There was no type of dialogue exchange. This was happening from their hearts when he said, why do you speak that in your heart? Okay. Increase in sensitivity is a common sign of spiritual transformation. You may become in tune with energies around you, including the emotions and vibes of others. He peeped their vibe. What did you say? He peeped their vibe. He peeped. We putting it in 2025. He peeped their vibe. He peeped their vibe. Come on. What do you say? Oh yeah. Why you think that in your heart? They hadn't exchanged no words with him. There was no dialogue. Understand me, there was no whispering, there was no murmuring, there was no conversations that was being held amongst each other. They were sitting front row right there with what was going on. Right, so when we read the scripture, we have to see it for what it really and truly is. Understand me, he peeped their vibe. Understand me, he read their heart. He heard it loud and clear. This is what happens when you're going into a spiritual transformation and you start to become more in tune with the energies that's around you and the emotions and vibes of other people. You can tell when other people's energy is off. You can tell when other people's vibes is off. You can tell when other people, without them saying a word, when it's something else that's going on. And you know the reason why God alerts us with this, Rashad? He alerts us with this so that we can make a determination as to whether or not we gonna stay and be in that, or if we, you know what, church finger in the air and tiptoe. It's time for us to go. He lets you know he's going to always give you what you need before you actually need it. He gonna always give you what you need right before you need it. Wait a minute, they coming in and they got a bad spirit. They coming in and they all over the place. I'm letting you know this right now. You feel the energy. You get a divine right of choice. Either you're gonna stay here and be a part of what's about to go on, understand it, or you could go ahead and put your church finger up in the air and say, you know what, I'm gonna see y'all next week, and you can head out. That's the decision that you have to. That's a decision that you're gonna always be able to make. You have a divine right of choice, right? How you use that choice, the choices that you made is going to determine the direction of your life, the flow of your life. That's going to all be left up to you. Understand that, right? So you're going to always, this is why you're able to feel the energies. This is why that you're able to have those moments. This is why he alerts you right then and there. Not only do you feel your vibe and your spirit, but you start to pick up on the energies, the vibes of and the emotions of other people that surround you. This heightened insensitivity can extend to environments, certain foods, or even media content. Environments, foods, and even media content. This is why sometimes we like, you know what, I don't even want to, I'm just going to operate inside the Patreon. I'm just going to be in the Patreon. I really don't want to deal with the emotional roller coaster of the platforms, all this negativity, all this fearful stuff that's being put out, all of this. I want to take a break from all of that. I'm just going to be inside the Patreon so I don't miss prayer and I don't miss my class, right? This is when you start to feel that detachment from all of that because you're like, you know what, y'all got too much going on, right? In the environments, when you going into an environment and you start to feel that negative energy, that low vibration, and you're like, you know what, y'all too low vibrational for me. I don't want to sit around all the whining and complaining. I don't want to deal with the Debbie Doubters, the complaining Cindy's, the pity party Patties. I'm not interested in dealing with that. Life is already hard, and I don't need nobody whining and crying about theirs when mine is over here. I got stuff going on in my own life, baby. If we gonna pray, I'm here to pray. But if we ain't praying, I don't want to be a part of it. Understand me? We all going through something. I'm here if we want to fast. I'm down to get into the fast. If we going to go through some scriptures, if we got a motivational speech that's coming up, anything that's going to keep us upbeat, I'm all here for. But anything that's not that, oh, go ahead and count me out. I don't need no dealings because when you already going through something, why in the world do you think I want to be attached to folk that's going? Yeah, I ain't got to. Yeah, it's already hard. All that whining and complaining ain't going to do that but make it harder. So he says the environments and even certain foods. You got some stuff, understand me, some stuff you eat and you sitting up there, you're like, man, listen, I probably shouldn't have ate that. I probably shouldn't have ate that. Now I don't want to do nothing. Oh, coach, that's real heavy right there. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have ate that because now I don't want to do nothing. I was going to go and do this, and this, but now I didn't ate that. Now I think I'm just going to sit on down. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and relax. I'm going to go ahead and take some time. Yeah, you have to even watch the stuff that you eat. Understand me. You have to even watch the stuff that you eat. I know I done did that a couple of times. Been had a whole plan of things that I was going to do. And then went and sat over there and got to eating and then got lazy right after that. This is why you have to watch even the stuff that you eat because the stuff that you eat will also drain you of your energy. Oh, come on. You're doing too much this morning. Oh, I'm just, okay. Yeah. What you say? Even some of the stuff that you eat will drain you of your energy. Now you drink the water. I am. Friends say, wow. And we ain't never really paid it much attention. And the reason why we don't pay it much attention is because we ain't even know that it was that important. And we didn't know it was that important because the enemy's job is to deceive us. We didn't know that it wasn't important because the enemy's job is to deceive us. We didn't know that food was even important on our journey. We didn't even know. We thought it was just food. And now, because see, what we started calling it was comfort food. What we started calling it was lazy food. That's how we start. We didn't even know how powerful it really and truly was. We didn't know that. Another trick of the enemy. Another trick of the enemy. Yeah, I know what to get you to sit down. I know what to make you lazy. I know what to drag you into that comfortable state. Didn't even know it because we had been deceived. We had been bamboozled. We had been hoodwinked right on up out of our assignment. And the things that we were supposed to be doing, we never even got them done because we sat over there and we ate and got sleepy. We sat over there and ate and got tired. We got over there and ate and got comfortable. So everything that we were supposed to be working on never got done because of what we ate. That's how important it is. So what are you saying to me, Coach? Everything that we do is spiritual. That's what I'm saying to you. Everything that we do is spiritual. And every single time that I open up this book to study spiritual awakening or operating with Christ conscious, I start finding more and more words of confirmation of how and why I tell y'all that everything that we do is spiritual. I always have I said this, and now I'm showing you even the food that you eat is spiritual. Even the food that you eat. Okay, food, and even social media, leading to a more mindful approach to your surroundings stimulously. Yeah, and this sensitivity can bring challenges such as feeling overwhelmed in crowded spaces or emotionally charged in situations, right? So it's starting to feel a whole bunch of everything, feeling a whole bunch of everything. And sometimes when you start to feel a whole bunch of everything, if you're not aware of this is a part of your transformation, when you start to feel a whole bunch of everything, the first thing that'll happen is you'll start to go into a panic attack or an anxiety attack. You'll start to feel that because you're feeling overstimulated. You're feeling a whole bunch of everything all at once, right? So you haven't learned that this is a part of your transformation. So you don't know to step back and to step away and to really breathe through it and to identify what it is that you're feeling, and then say whether or not you want to stay or go. You just go into panic. But once you acknowledge what it is that you're dealing with, now you know how to process that thing a whole lot differently. So you're not over stimulated like how you used to be. Now you're not torn and feeling all those things that you go into, and it's like, you know what, something about this is, it ain't for me, and you continue to go. But having that heightened insensitivity is definitely a part of your transformation, your spiritual transformation. And like I said, it can be challenging at first, because you feel so much. It can be challenging at first. It can be scary at first because you're feeling so much. You're feeling so much. But trust me when I tell you, you will learn to process it. When you know what something is, right? When you're knowledgeable about something, you remove the fear from it because you now know what it is. You were feeling overstimulated, and because you also had fear attached to it. You didn't know why you was feeling it. You didn't know what was happening in that moment. So yes, when you have a fear attached to anything, it becomes something that is extremely negative, because we know what fear would do. It would make you feel trapped. It would make you feel stuck. It would make you feel like there's nothing that you can do, like you're really, what's the word that I want? I like trapped. I like stuck. It'll make you feel powerless. Fear will make you feel powerless. And that's what sends you into the panic and the anxiety attack. But when you are knowledgeable about it, right? When you know what it is that you're dealing with, you know how to take back your power from that. Right? And it says it's a process of learning to manage and harness this increased awareness in the way that is beneficial and nurturing to your spiritual growth, is what I was just saying to you. You learn a healthy way of being able to process it when you remove that fear away from it, right? So it says it's a process of learning to manage and harness this increase in awareness in a way that is beneficial and nurturing to your spiritual growth. Double tap on that screen. Where we at? We at 161. Get us up to 200K. Get us up to 200K. Double tap on that screen, TikTok. Double tap on that screen. Hit that share button real quick. Hit that share button. We're talking about your spiritual awakening and the heightening insensitivity that comes, the heightening your senses that happens when you are experiencing your spiritual transformation, when you start to feel everything, We're talking about over there on IG. Let me get some love on IG. Y'all double tap on the screen. I think y'all at 15. We need 5 more badges to get our 20 badge goal. We need 5 more badges on IG to reach our 20 badge goal. Y'all double tap on my screen. Let's get us up there. We almost up there. Y'all double tapping on the screen on TikTok. Facebook, y'all already passed y'all goal, man. Y'all at 2,251. Y'all been giving it up over here. Y'all double tapping on the screen. Send me some love if you have got some confirmation, some motivation, some correction right over here on this live today. Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising. This is Morning Walk, Word, and Worship. We do this every single morning starting at 8:10. It's supposed to be from 8:10 to 9:30, but we always on hit about 10 o'clock. So y'all double tap on my screen if it's been tight, but it's been right, and you've been learning something new about yourself, because we also did a breakdown in between transformation and depression as well, right? So we talked about that as well. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Essence. So we're just going through the different stages of life and the different experiences that we be having on a regular basis, things that we may have not paid any attention to, that we're now bringing awareness to on this beautiful morning, right? So as we're going down, I got one more thing that I want to drop in, and we're going to get up out of here. Official, yeah, it's official, yeah. Appreciate you so much for that badge, man. Thank you so much. Double tapping on that screen. I want you guys to have in bold ink, and it's going to say the increase in empathy. The increase in empathy. Thank you so much for that, Cap. I appreciate you. The increase in empathy. Yes. As you begin feeling more connected to the world around you, you also have an increase in empathy regarding the suffering of others. Yes. I just want to, yeah, because not only will you start to feel everything that is around you, right? And normally before you are awakening, before you experience that transformation that comes along with your spiritual awakening, things that people would do would normally piss you off. Things that people would normally do would get up under your skin, and you will want to do the absolute most, bro. I'm talking about slamming the doors, turn them upside down every which way but loose. You will want to do all of that. But the more that you're working on yourself and your development, the moment that you really start being sincere about every single thing it is that you're doing, then all of a sudden that increase in empathy would actually start to show up through your stages of transformation. And you will go from being this person that is extremely eager to anger, right? You're not eager, but easily angered. You'll go from a person that is so easily angered, right? From that person, you'll go from a person that's easily angered to a person that actually feels bad for them. And we talked a little bit about that before, right, chosen family? You'll go from a person that used to get mad at them for how they were and how they thought and how they would behave to now, because you're going through that spiritual transformation and you're learning so much, growing so much, you will start to look at them and you'll be like, you know what? I feel bad for you. You know, I'm not even mad at you for being who you are, but I feel sad that you think that way. I feel bad that that's the way that you show up. I feel bad for you that that's what you think that life has to offer, that's all that you can get out of life. I really hope and I pray that you fix that about yourself. I really hope and pray that you grow away from that thinking. I really hope and pray that you start to see that there's a bigger and a better life for you. You're not even mad at them no more. Understand me? You don't even be mad at them no more. You don't be mad no more. You feel bad for them. I feel bad for you. And I feel better for the fact that I'm not staying here stuck with you, but I still feel bad for you. Yeah, let's not leave. I don't feel so bad that I'm going to stay here with you now, but I do feel bad that you feel that way. And I feel bad that I'm going to have to leave you right there so that you can get that right there together, because I can't destroy me trying to help you now. I can't feel that bad for you, but I do acknowledge. I have to put that out there because some people might take it and run with it. I got to be clear about the teaching over here, right? So yeah, your empathy, it does increase, and you start to see what's happening with other people, and you see it differently. Even when you see that it's self-inflicted. When you see it self-inflicted, you'll be like, well, you'll develop a level of like, you know what, I really feel bad for you. Instead of you cursing them out, you'll find yourself praying for them. Instead of you cursing them out, instead of you sitting over there having a whole screaming match, going back and forth, doing all of that, right? You'll find yourself just silently praying for them. You'll find yourself going on a surrogate fast for them, because you know that they're not in a mindset to fast for themselves. They're not in a mindset to pray for themselves. So you will take it upon yourself to say, you know what, God, I know that I can't change them. I know that that's nothing that I can say or do that's going to make them do the right thing. And I ain't going to do nothing but hurt myself by continuously going over there doing this, continuously going over there doing that. I can lead the horse to the water, but I can't make them drink. And I can't even make them be thirsty enough to drink. Understand me? It's certain things that I just can't do. And I realize that it's above me. So what I'm going to do, right? Because sometimes it's your children. Sometimes it's your mate. Sometimes it's the people at the job. Sometimes it's the people in the church. Sometimes it's the people that you deal with on a regular basis in the environment that you stay in. It's your neighbors and all of that. God, since I know that I don't have the ability to change anybody's heart, I come to you and I pray, understand me, that you do a thing in their life. Yeah, I pray that you show them the potential that I see in them, the greatness that I see that is in them. Understand me? I know that they can't see it. They're not in the right mindset to see it, but your empathy for people will change. You will find yourself praying for your enemies. People that hurt you, that harmed you, you will find yourself praying for them and saying, God, touch their heart. Fix that broken part of them. They've already did what they did to me. They already did what they did to me. I got to live with that hurt. I got to live with that pain. I got to live with that shame. And I wear a stripe on the back. And I'm going to continue to keep going. But I pray that they don't hurt nobody like how they hurt me. I pray that they never destroy another person the way that they tried their best to destroy me. I pray that nobody else becomes a casualty. Understand, to their dysfunctional behavior, a casualty to their ego, a casualty to their pride. God, I pray that you heal them so that they don't damage another person the way that they damaged me. This is what that empathy for others, this is what it'll bring. This is why this is considered a part of that spiritual transformation. It says, as you begin feeling more connected to the world around you, you will also have an increase in the empathy regarding the suffering of other people. You will see them and you will see, you suffering. You suffering. The prevalence of suffering may feel impossible to ignore. Hence, why you now feel more called to service. You see how that works? When God is changing you and working on you, and you're going through that spiritual transformation, because you see it now differently, your service to that is different. Instead of you exchanging that negative energy, come on, good morning, Chef Shirley, how you doing? Now, instead of you exchanging that negative energy with them how you would normally do, now what you do is you jump into service. You go straight into prayer. You go straight into doing things that will help that individual instead of continuing in that downward spiral of things that will do nothing but make that situation 10 times worse. Remember before when we were studying Christ conscious, I told you, I said, y'all, we were all created to serve. Now, as we're going through the stages of transformation, the results of operating with Christ conscious, now we understand that to be true, because now it says what? It would feel impossible. Like when you go through the stage of empathy that's growing in the inside of you for other people, it says it may feel impossible to ignore. Hence, why you feel more called to be of service. The end game is always for us to serve. The end game in it all is for us to be of service to one another. We were called to serve each other. We were called to serve each other. We were called to provide reciprocal relationships. It was never supposed to be, never even designed to be parasitic. It was never set up that way. It's a beautiful journey when you start understanding the journey. When you become knowledgeable of the journey, it becomes, then you start to see, wow, this is beautiful. Majority of the time, we only focus on the destination. We only have our eyes on the destination because all we see is hurt and pain throughout the journey. So we want to hurry up and get it over with. So as the man said one time that I was watching this video, he says, we so in a hurry to reach the destination that we don't see the beauty in the journey. And so if I was to see that, I would say that we're in a hurry to see the destination because the journey is so painful. It's so hurtful. It's so much trials and tribulations and dark hours in that journey that we want to hurry up and get it over with. We want to hurry up and get out of that. We want to hurry up and not feel that anymore. We want to hurry up and get past that. I just want this part of my life to be over. I just want this chapter in my book to be done. I just want to get out of this stage. I just want want this season to come to an end. We be so caught up in the hurt and the pain that we're feeling in that moment, right? That we want it to be over with, and we want it to be over with right now. That's why we're in a hurry to reach that destination. But once we actually sit and start to learn the beauty in the destination, once we stop and we actually learn that everything that we're going through is a learning experience, and it's going to be something that's going to refill and rebuild us, then we start to appreciate the journey different. Then we start to appreciate the journey different. But if you're going through the toughest, roughest time of your life and you don't understand it, and you don't have the knowledge of this, thank you so much, Shay Shay, and you don't have the knowledge of this thing, then you doggone right. You want this to hurry up and be over. And I get that, because I done been you before. I done been in that situation. Come on, butterfly. I want to be for real. I want to be honest real quick. Let's just be transparent. We've all had a situation in the life where I'm just ready for this part of my life to be over with. I'm ready to get past this. I'm ready for this season to be done. I'm ready for this chapter of the book. Let's wrap this right here up. Matter of fact, some of us we've been very tempted to throw the whole book away. Let's just and start all the way over from scratch if we're going to be real about it, right? But we're knowing better now, understanding differently now. And now we're seeing the beauty in the journey. Now we're seeing the beauty in the journey. And every day that we wake up, instead of us moaning and groaning, we wake up with an excitement. We wake up and we excited just to be able to experience a brand new day, to experience the sun, being able to feel the sun, being able to feel the wind. We appreciate the sounds different. Everything about our life is completely different now because our focus has shifted. And that right there, that's what this thing is all about. It's about shifting that focus from that negative over to that positive. It's about seeing life in the way that God intended for us to see life. This is what it's really and truly about. Now we're not in a rush to the destination. Now we crisscross applesauce and we slide on through it. Some of us then threw our hands behind our head and we slide on through it. Why? God, it's however you want to go about it. It is what it is. Have your way. I surrender it all to you. That's right. Make the executive decisions in my life. Understand me. I acknowledge your power. I acknowledge your presence in my life. Yeah, I acknowledge the fact that you are in total and complete control of every single outcome. And as long as I'm in alliance with you, as long as I'm locked in with you, I will succeed. I will succeed. I will succeed. Right? It says you display more compassion. As you're going through this stage of your awakening, you will find yourself showing or displaying more compassion. Like I said, you'll become a person that is not easily angered anymore. You'll become a person that develops more patience with people. You'll become a person that don't get easily flustered with people anymore, right? And before you used to get frustrated, aggravated, and annoyed with folk because why is it that you acting like that? Why you keep doing this? You get real mad and you'll get real mad real fast. But the more that you enter into that spiritual awakening, into that part of where you start to feel everything, you will develop more patience with people and you will start to show more compassion to people. On top of feeling more empathetic, going through a spiritual awakening, likely feel more compassionate towards others while still wanting to hold them accountable. What you say? I'm gonna reread it again. Bold print, you display more compassion. Double tap on my screen as they're taking that note. 3 more badges on IG. 3 more badges on IG real quick. Let's get 3 badges on IG going. Double tap on that screen. You display more compassion. You display more compassion is your bold print. And up under there, on top of feeling more empathetic, on top of feeling more empathetic, going through spiritual awakenings, likely feel more compassion towards others while still wanting to hold them accountable. You'll start to feel more compassionate to them, but you're still gonna hold them accountable. I'm gonna change something in my note, and I'm gonna put, instead of wanting, I'm gonna put still holding, because it ain't a want. I'm gonna still hold you accountable. So your note is going to read, on top of feeling more empathetic, going through the spiritual awakening, likely feels more compassionate towards others while still holding them accountable. Still holding them accountable. Right? Because one thing that I teach is that you can see what a person is going through. You can understand what a person is going through, right? You can show love and compassion to a person for what it is they're going through, but that does not mean that they will not be held accountable. I can understand why you did what you did, but the consequences is still going to remain the same. There will always be consequences to your actions. Whether that's good consequences or bad, there will always be consequences to your actions. You can have a good reason as to why you done what you done, but the consequence will still be the consequence. We can understand it, we can sympathize with it, all of that, but the consequence will still be the consequence. And this is what we have to train ourselves to understand fully, and not try to make special exempts with different people based on whatever that issue is. Baby, no. If this is what you done, then this is what it's going to be. And yes, your consequence is going to be the consequence. You can't go out here and do no anything and everything and then think when you get in trouble for it that everybody's supposed to say, oh no, forgive them because they apologize. Let them go because they apologize. Oh, we shouldn't do that because they apologize. No, the consequence is still going to be the consequence. You can, in fact, show compassion and still hold a person accountable. That's red ink for somebody right there. You can, in fact, show compassion and still hold a person accountable. You showing them compassion does not remove the consequences. Me showing you compassion, me understanding it, me even accepting your apology for whatever it is, does not mean that the consequence will not be there. Even if the consequence means that you lose me, that we never reconnect. Yeah, because if your apology is a real apology, then you're apologizing and you're not expecting a reconnection from me. Understand? Because some things you just can't come back from. Period, point blank. There's some things in my life right now I can honestly tell you that we just can't come back from. It may have been some things that I tolerated before that I guarantee you that I don't tolerate those things anymore. It might be some things that I used to be cool with, but I'm no longer cool with those things. It's some things that I went through in my past life. I can tell you right now, I won't be going through in my present life. And if I am going to go through it in my present life, it'll be me unknowing. Yeah. Come on. Unknowing. But when I find out, it's a different thing. It won't have the same outcome. Right? Can't do anything about what you don't know. But I guarantee you, I'm not walking head first into nothing. I'm not walking head first into nothing. Understand that. That's what, back in the day, baby, I would know it's a trap and walk willingly into the trap. I'm telling you, I was one of them, led with the heart every single time. If I loved you, I was willing to risk it all for you. Do you hear me? I'm telling you, walk head first into the trap. Trap me. Close the gauge behind me. Up in there. One thing to fall into a trap. You're falling into the trap when you don't know it. When you're unaware of it. You fall into the trap when you are unaware of it. But you walk into the trap when you knowing that it's a trap and you still walk into it anyway. Still do it anyway. That's you willingly walked into that trap. All right. And that's what our teaching is on today. So what we talked about today is the stage of a spiritual awakening, which is when your senses begin to heighten, right? Your senses begin to heighten, how you become extremely sensitive, may shed some tears, may feel a little distant, the increase in empathy, and also the display of compassion. That's what we talked about today, and all of that falls up under number 14. That's number 14 in your stages of spiritual awakening, things that you may experience during your spiritual awakening as you're continuing to operate your day-to-day life, operating with that Christ conscious, things that I don't want you to be surprised by when you start to experience on this journey, right? So now we're also talking about becoming people that are spiritually focused. And I need to keep you focused on these things so when they do happen in your life, you don't get startled, okay? I love each and every one of you guys. And like I told y'all yesterday, we will not be live on tomorrow. No live video on tomorrow because I will be flying out early in the morning, right? I'll be flying out early in the morning. My flight leaves about 6:52 a.m. So there will be no devotion in the morning, but I do ask you guys, tomorrow is Friday. So you guys go over to Latifah's live, go over to the Latifah's live. She will be doing sound bowl meditation. I will ask Kira, I'll get with Kira and see if Kira will drop in a scripture. So if Latifah's going to do the sound bowl meditation, that will also come along with the affirmations. And I'll get Kira to do the scripture for you guys tomorrow morning. That will mean that you would get your meditation, your affirmation, and your scripture. She said copy that, so she got you guys covered already. So guys, report to Sound Bowl meditation tomorrow morning, and that's going to start at 7 a.m. That's Latifah's Way. You guys make your way over there tomorrow for Sound Bowl meditation on TikTok. Sound Bowl meditation with Latifah's Way, and that will be the devotion for tomorrow morning because I will be in the air. I do ask that you guys make sure you guys put me up in your prayer for safe travels for everybody that's coming out there with me as well as we're going out there. Can somebody pin Latifah's name inside my TikTok, please? Pin her name on my TikTok so that they'll know what page to go to. So with that being said, I just pray for, you guys pray for safe travels for me and the team as we fly out to St. Lucia for tomorrow for the spiritual, the spiritual awakening for, we hope, we praying for a spiritual awakening for sure. But as we go out there for the Women's Retreat 2025, I will be your guest speaker. So I will be in St. Lucia this weekend. Yes, man, hey, it's a pleasure. It is really, really a pleasure. And then July the 12th, I will be being honored right here in Columbia, South Carolina with a humanitarian award for being an outstanding citizen here in the city, man, doing all the youth explosions, the give backs, and just taking care of the community, just being a good person, right? Just being a good person. So they're going to recognize me here in Columbia for that. And then on July the 19th, I will be in Atlanta, Georgia. I got that flyer up as well. So if you guys are following my Facebook page, which is Leroy S. Hall, Leroy S. Hall, Leroy Laroy S, letter S, Hall. That's my main page. If you're following that page, I have the flyers going up on that page for Atlanta, July the 19th. I will be in Atlanta, Georgia. The barcode is on there. Click that barcode and get your seat locked in. And then August the 23rd, I will be in Brooklyn, New York. From Pain to Purpose Retreat Empowerment Conference is going to take place in Brooklyn, New York. My New Jersey, my Philly, my DC, my Virginia, my Baltimore, any area of New York, hop on that train, hop in them cabs, hop in that Uber, carpool, do whatever you got to do to make it to Brooklyn, New York. I will be in Brooklyn, New York, and that will be Saturday, August the 23rd, from Pain to Purpose Empowerment event. It is on Eventbrite right now. Go and grab your ticket for that. Go and grab your ticket for that. Friends, say, I'm in the ATL. Let's go ATL, July the 19th. July 19th, I will be in the ATL. Listen, I'm going to tell you, we did not get out to New Orleans this year because I had so much other stuff going on. Plus, the venue that I was going to use, she did not hit me back. So New Orleans, I know I owe y'all a date. I'm definitely going to come out to New Orleans. I'm just not sure as to when it is. But man, I have been so booked and blessed this year that I have only done one Get in a Room tour, which is going to be Brooklyn, New York, in August the 23rd. God has been blessing on top of blessing every single month. He has somewhere for me to go. These past 3 weeks I've used as my consecration weeks. It's just the 3 weeks that I've actually been home and really just been laying before God, studying, fasting and praying and deep diving into everything. And it's been an amazing 3 weeks. So yes, I'm definitely going to come. But this has, man, listen, June, I can't even put my mind around June right now. I'm so blown away. Big up to everybody that's been supporting though. Nami went viral yesterday. Of course, she went less than 24 hours. She was at over 1 million. Then the video she dropped yesterday is at over a half a million right now in less than 24 hours. So thank you guys so much for supporting my baby, man, and her videos, because one thing she want to do is she want to make her some content. And I love the fact that she want to make the content, and her base on her content is she want to show kids that you don't have to eat things and do things, silly things, right? You don't have to do all of that to go viral. You don't have to be rude and disrespectful. You don't have to use profanity. You don't have to be on there without all your clothes and stuff on in order for you to go viral. And I love the fact that she wants to be that example for the younger kids to show that, because she watches YouTube, like the YouTube shorts, and it's like, you don't have to do all of that, right? You can do great things and speak great words and be extremely nice, and people will still love your content. And you guys proved that. Y'all made her point for her, and my heart was overflowing with gratitude, because when I seen that she actually went viral, and that's, because these are her ideas. She can't make videos by herself, so I have to be in the video because she's only 8 years old. She'll be 9 next month. So like, I'm just asking her what she want to do, and she constantly have things that she want to do, but she watches YouTube and she's turned off from a lot of the things that she see on there, or even TikTok. And she's like, well, why did their mama let them do that? Why did their mama let them say that? Why would people do this? And so she sees these things and she's like, hey, I want to make videos, but I don't want to make videos like this. So, with her having that mindset, and with you guys jumping in, and man, she was just blown away. She was so excited. She went to the dentist and she told everybody in the dentist's office, I went viral, and I went viral for doing the right thing. I went viral for talking about God and telling you how important it is for you to stay focused on God. And she was so excited. Everybody in the dentist's office, they were excited for her. And it was like, well, we want to see the video. We want to see the video. She is very, very excited about just being a positive role model and being a genuinely good person. And y'all, if the chosen family, y'all know, my baby was getting in trouble at school for a doggone doing Bible study in the after school program. She cannot teach Bible study at school because they don't allow it. But that was her biggest struggle last year, is that every time she was in there, but okay, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. She was having the kids write a cross on their hand. So you can't draw on other people's kids. So they had a cross on their hand. They was coming home and they was making the Bibles, their own homemade Bibles, and they was writing the scriptures and everything about just being good people, and they was creating their own thing. And so I had to keep going to the school to go get my baby, because my baby just all she want them to do is know the Bible. All she want, you can't do cross tattoos. So all she wanted to do is teach people about Christ, and teach people to love Christ, and teach people to be good people to each other. This is all she wanted to do, but it's certain things that you cannot do in school. So this was her thing last year, but she gonna get it right this year. She understand it. She understand it right now, right? That everybody don't believe the same thing, so she can't do it everywhere. But on my platform, I will let her make her videos until she's old enough to have her own platforms, and she can teach you guys all about Christ, all she want, and she believes that you guys are her supporters. I'm just here. Apparently, I'm just here. And y'all really show up for her, right? Y'all really show up for her. This is what she believes, that my page is actually her page, and that everybody here, y'all really show up for her. So yeah, we just gonna let her have her moment. We gonna let her have her moment and do her thing. But I love you guys, man. And I just wanted to tell y'all, thank y'all again from the bottom of my heart for making my baby feel so special, so loved, so seen, because she was super excited about that. And that really motivated her into thinking about more stuff that she wanted to do. We were sitting there watching TV last night, and she said, Mama, I got another idea for another video. So she got things, y'all got her little mind running right now. She doesn't have her own page. She uses my page. She's using my page because she's not old enough. She's only 8 years old. So I'm just letting her make her stuff, and then I'll upload it on my page. When she gets old enough, I'll probably just give her that page though. But I love you guys, man. And I'm going to get out of here. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because it's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. It's your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach. It's your girl, Street Poet. I absolutely love you guys so much, man. I want you guys to have an amazing, amazing day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. And as soon as I get to St. Lucia, I will most definitely, once I get to my hotel and everything, I will definitely go live to let you guys know that I made it, and I made it there, safe. And like I said before, if they have a gym and that gym is quiet in that gym, I will be going live in there, or I'll be going live on my TikTok, because TikTok doesn't mind music. So if I have to go live, whatnot, I'll go live inside the gym, and I'll do it on TikTok. So if you're not following my TikTok, make sure you go and do so. I love you guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to y'all soon.